Hello everybody, it's me, Nate, aka Devil Dog, and I'm back with another Oculus Quest game review. I got some dislikes on the last one. No one really said why. It might have been because I was kind of harsh on the game. A lot of people actually really liked Face Your Fears 2. But this time I'm reviewing an Oculus Quest exclusive, Vader Immortal. So, is Vader Immortal a game? Is it just an experience? Is it good? Is it bad? How does it play? How does it control? And overall, is it a good VR experience for only the $9 price tag? Well, stay tuned to my review of the Oculus Quest Vader Immortal to find out. Hello everybody, it's me, Nate, aka Devil Dog, and I'm back with a nice new Oculus Quest review for Vader Immortal. Now, first of all, I have to let you know that this has actually been released on all of the Oculus headsets. So it's not necessarily an Oculus Quest exclusive, but it is exclusive to the Oculus headset itself. It was released on May 21st of 2019, and it was developed by ILMX Laboratories, which was kind of cool, and it is a three-part series in this VR experience that will take place roughly, give or take, I believe, between episodes 3 and Rogue One. Now, the overall plot of this game is you play as a mercenary and your robot friend. They end up getting captured by Vader and his troops because apparently, at least they're not explaining in this one yet. It might be in part 2 and part 3, but you're technically a chosen one. And basically, you have this ability to activate this artifact that Vader has, and he needs you to be able to activate it so he can bridge the gap between the living and the dead. Now, if that means he's going to be bringing back somebody in the future, I'm not going to spoil it. They kind of sort of give it away in this with the plot that they tell you. It is a very plot-focused, heavy experience. The best way to describe this game, if it is a game, is kind of like the Batman VR experience on PlayStation VR. It's a full-fledged experience, but it's not really a game. It's more almost like, like they say, it's an experience. You'll go from certain areas, talking to different characters, interacting with certain objects. There will be parts in it when you get a lightsaber and you can use the lightsaber. Those are by far the best parts in this game. Actually, once again, with the Oculus Quest, it allows you to map out. As you can see over here, I've been playing the footage of me playing it. Once you map out your area, you're supposed to have a big area to play this in, but you can play it sitting down. The game is very adaptable, which is very nice. I played it standing up in a medium-sized area and it worked just fine. Because basically on your Oculus controller, one analog stick will move the camera. Okay, it'll move it in sections so you can turn. And then the other analog stick, you press forward and you'll have a little arch like a teleport. And that's how you move from each point as you go through. You don't walk. You teleport, which I'm not a fan of teleporting, but it serves its purpose and it works. And pretty much you'll start off in your ship with your robot as you get captured. After you pull out of hyperspace, you'll go and you'll interact with items, pushing buttons, pulling levers, taking these like scrambling devices into these ports to break them open, to actually physically rip them open, to pull out chips, move stuff around. Slight puzzle mechanics, nothing really earth-shatteringly difficult. It consists of pulling levers and pushing buttons in this. Honestly, I do feel that this game seems to have the best climbing mechanics, because I've played other VR games with the climbing mechanics, and especially like Face Your Fears 2, it was frustrating over the directions you had to turn to actually do the grabbing. In this, it's fairly simple with your trigger buttons and stuff. You can grab and move yourself up, down ladders, around pipes, around corners, as you teleport, as you follow your robot friend, as it leads you through constantly giving exposition of the story, with things that happen along the way. Eventually, it starts picking up with some sort of battles that you get in, where you get to use your lightsaber. You can use it to cut through certain things. Very limited use of the lightsaber, I might add. And it's kind of a shame because it doesn't cut straight through stuff like the lightsaber would. They had to limit that, I guess, so you wouldn't just cut a hole through a wall and go where you're not supposed to. So I understand the limitations of the lightsaber in this. But honestly, I'll have to say this. While it was a fun and entertaining game, I do have to point out some faults with it. And this is true. It's not my opinion. This is fact about this game. First of all, you can cheese the living hell out of the lightsaber battles. Whenever you get into a lightsaber duel with an enemy or stormtroopers that are firing at you, like there's one part where you're supposed to like bounce the laser blasts back at them. Well, here's the thing about it. You can sit there and you can practice and aim and hit each in one individual laser back, or you can just do this. Just do this, and you'll create like a force field with your damn lightsaber, and anything that hits it bounces straight back. And it's quite scripted to what you bounce back and hit. After a certain while, if you reflect it, it will hit a stormtrooper. But you don't actually seem to have the control of bouncing the lasers back in a certain direction. It seems to be scripted. I did notice some issues with, massive slowdowns and loading issues. Like when it's loading to a new level, it would kind of freeze up and jerk for a second. I mean, a minor inconvenience, but at first I kind of thought the game broke until I realized, oh, this is it loading the next section of the level when you're going through elevators and stuff. So that's a minor inconvenience. And the other thing is there's some glitches with some of the character animation, especially in the distance. A lot of the stormtroopers or animation gets really wonky, and it looks like just bad, and I noticed this game is a lot better than the last in terms of the distance. Unlike a PSVR, the farther distance you get, the more the resolution squares off. This does this too, but it still looks pretty good. It's still clean and crisp, and the graphics are very, very well done in this game. The animations are good, well too. There's some parts like when you're crawling aside a building and you're looking down and you see all this magma flow, but it's not animated. It's just like, it looks like a still image. It doesn't look like the lava's flowing. And I was kind of like, oh, the lava ain't flowing. I'm sure that's just me nitpicking, but it doesn't take you out of this experience. It is a really good experience, and I believe right now it's free. When I got it, it was $10, $9.95. Well, apparently now it's free. They must be getting ready to come out with part 2. And this one's free. So if you have an Oculus headset system, you can download and play this for free. And I'll say it's definitely worth it, especially for free. Honestly, even for $10, it is worth it. It's only about maybe not even an hour long, though. It's not that long of an experience. And you do get stuff where you have to solve puzzles by opening stuff, pulling levers. You use lightsaber battles, especially near the end with these robots you fight. Honestly, the grabbing, climbing mechanics, and moving around, and the story they tell is very well done, except for the fact you can cheese the lightsaber duels by just doing this, which was kind of disappointing. And there are some slight graphical errors with the loading times on certain areas where it'll kind of like jump for a second. And, if you're susceptible to motion sickness, I'm not, but I kind of, for a second, there was kind of like, ugh, kind of felt like a roller coaster drop, you're like, ugh. And then it kicked back in and you're fine. I kind of wish, hopefully, I didn't go into the options of the game to see if you can do this, but I hope that there's options where you can change it to where you actually move your character with the analog stick, and when you turn, you can have it set to where it's more of a smooth motion instead of the block moving. I'll have to check closer to see if that's in there. But all in all, I would have to say at the price of $10, technically free now. If you have an Oculus headset, you can download it for free. I would say Vader Immortal tells a great story. It's not that heavily focused on the action aspects, which hopefully will pick up in the later episodes they're coming out with. It's really an interesting backstory, diving deep into Vader and his story, and explaining this is canon. It takes place in between Episode 3 and, like I said, Rogue One. So it's an interesting addition to the depth of Vader's personality and his character. I hope they flesh out who your mercenary character is, because as of now, the mercenary character has no character. I guess it's just you supposed to be role playing, but it'd be kind of nice if they had some sort of character that they would add to the player that you're playing as. And your robot character, I don't really care for, but you know what? It's cool. In the end, it is a neat experience. You can play it sitting, you can play it standing down, you can play it in a whole room area or a little room area. The Oculus Quest allows you to play it pretty much just about anywhere. And with the ability to walk around, and if you go too far, that wire mesh pop up to let you know, hey, there's a table there. That's a welcome addition. You don't have to worry about running into a wall or anything. And if they can just tighten up on some of the aspects of it in the future episodes. I'm a fan of this. I have to say this is actually a really cool experience. Especially, Star Wars is great to begin with. The Darth Vader guy sounds like Darth Vader. Graphics are great, other than some slight minor inconveniences with some slight hiccups in terms of the loading and some of the animations of some of the stormtroopers in the distance. In the end, I can definitely recommend this title for the Oculus. It's a really good VR experience, and it plays pretty dang good. This was Nate, aka Devil Dog, and I want to thank each and every one of you for watching these videos. Please hit that thumbs up if you like this video. If you don't like the video, don't hit a thumbs down. Just let me know why so I can improve upon my videos in the future. Hit the bell icon to stay updated whenever I release any new videos. And remember, I always end my videos by saying, have fun, play hard, and remember, people, the devil is in the details. Peace out.